All right, we're going to work through Chapter 3, Exercise 11, which is this Chopkins project. All right, so just skipping through all this stuff here, we're going to create the interface shown in Figure 3-40. We've been through this in all of Chapter 2 and most of Chapter 3, so I'm not going to show in great detail how to build this thing out. I'm going to do it myself. I'm not going to talk through it. I'm going to kind of speed it up. So I want you to build this interface, and looks like I'm going to get started. Okay. I believe I have my form where I want it to be. My tab index is set, so as I tab through, it makes sense. These are set to read only with no tab stop on them. My access keys are set on 1, 5, 2, C, and X. The form is centered. I can't maximize it because I spent a long time making this look nice. I don't want the user screwing it up on me. And the exit button is programmed. All right, so I'm going to say that we're done with that bit. Let's see where we are now. Interface contains 6 labels. So it says 6 labels and 3 text boxes, but it really looks like in this diagram, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 text boxes and 4 labels. So these two here, this output, you can use either labels or text boxes. If you use text boxes, just make sure the read-only property is set to true. Right, so if I select these, I'm using text boxes. Read-only is set to true, and tab stop is set to false. So they're not hit when people are tabbing through. Make sure your tab order looks good. If you use labels, you really don't have to worry about that. I like text boxes because the user could take this value and copy it, whereas you can't really do that with labels. So either is fine. Application could calculate and display the number of packs ordered and the total. All right, and there's the prices. Use variables and name constants in your code. So my exit button's already programmed with me.close. my calculate button. What do I need to do when somebody hits calculate? I need to get the user input. That's 12 pack, 5 pack, 2 pack. Add them all up. Show that in totals box. And then from user input, calculate cost of 12 pack, 5 pack, 2 pack. Show that total in totals cost box. And then we need to code these. So I'm just going to take this line and copy it, and I'm going to put it through here as a comment just so I don't forget to do so. Okay, enter the 3 option statements in the code editor window. So above my public class form, which you can't really get above it, you need to go right before it here. Give yourself a few blank lines, and you're going to type option explicit on, option infer off, and option strict on. So this way we're making sure that we're writing nice, clean code. So before we get the user input, let's declare 3 variables for the user input. All right, so before we even get that input, we're going to declare variables for it. Okay, so how many of these 12 packs, 5 packs, and 2 packs you're going to purchase is going to be an int, because it cannot be a decimal or a double. You can't say I want 1.5 12 packs, right? If you wanted that, you would order a 12 pack and then I guess a 5 and a 2. Anyway, they're all ints. So ints start with the prefix int. So I have int 12 pack as integer. There it is, as integer. And then Control D will copy that down. So I'm going to do that twice because I have 12 pack, 5 pack, and 2 pack. So I have my 3 integers. I need to get the user's input. So I'm not going to really worry about, if the user puts in Harper, my dog's name, in the value for 12 pack. I'm not going to worry about making sure that that works. So I need to integer.try parse. And what do I need to parse? I need to get what the user typed into this field. Now this field is txt 12 pack. That's where I named it. So I need to take txt 12 pack .text. .text is what the user input into that field. And when you try to parse this out, I want to put that into int 12 pack. All right, and we're going to do the exact same thing. So Control D twice for the 5 pack and 2 pack. All right, so now I need to add everything up. So dim, I'm going to say total ordered as integer is equal to. Let me just make sure I know what's going in here. It really just says the total sales amount. I'm going to assume, application calculates and displays total number of packs ordered. So if you order 1 12 pack, should that say 12 or 1 here? I'm going to say that should be 12. This is not very good at describing what's going on. So I'm going to say that's going to be 12. So what is total ordered? Well, that would be the number of 12 packs ordered times 12. And I'm going to put this in parentheses. plus, I'm going to take all this, copy, paste, the number of 5-packs ordered times 5, plus the number of 2-packs ordered times 2. All right, and then I need to take that total ordered and put it in the totals box. So txt total dot text, right? Because txt total is the box. Dot text is the text property within that. It's going to be total ordered to string. All right, so let's just try this right now. I'm going to hit F5, run it. I'm going to hit calculate with nothing input there, and that's 0. If I say I want one 12-pack, that's 12. A 12-pack and a 2-pack is 14. And if I want 2 5-packs with that, that's 24. Okay, so if I do 1, 2, 3, 28. I'll assume that math is right. Now we just have to figure out this bit right here. So calculate the cost of these things. So what you could do is you could take this and paste it. Don't do this. This is wrong. And I could say total ordered cost as, well, it's not a integer because cost has a couple decimal points here. So when we're dealing with money, we want to use a decimal. And the 12 packs, they say cost $14.99. And then the 5 packs cost $6.99. And the 2 packs cost $2.50. All right. And it's giving me an error here. We put the letter. Let me see if this works. Okay. Because this is a literal value, we have to put the D after it saying that that's a decimal. But anyway, this is the wrong way to do it, because if later in my code I want to reference the cost of these things, I would be writing, the cost out there again. And then somewhere else, I'd be writing the cost in there again. All right. You don't want to do that. This is clearly an example of where constants would come into play. So within my btn calculate.click, before the variables, I'm going to say initialize 3 constants for the pack prices. And I can say const dec 12 pack as decimal equals $14.99. Let me see if this gives me, okay, it's happy there. I'm going to copy, this is a 5-pack. Oh, it's not happy. Okay. What did the 5-pack cost again? $6.99. See, if I click on this, it's telling me option strict does not allow double to decimal. So this is a double trying to put into a decimal. Let's just make these doubles. DBL, just changing the name didn't do enough. Say that these are doubles. Okay, that took care of that. And then the 2-pack, oh, and this should be pack. Should be all capitalized. And let's say 12-pack cost. All right, not to be confused with anything else. So after, the DBL would stay lowercase, but then the rest of it is uppercase. All right, and our 2-pack costs $2.50. So these are the constants that when this subprocedure runs, these get initialized. So instead of saying $14.99 down here, we say DBL 12-pack cost. And instead of saying $6.99 here, we say DBL 5-pack cost. And similarly here, this is DBL 2-pack cost. So make sure you get those in the right order. And while we're at it, let's make this a double so we don't have to worry about converting these things. All right, so what did I just do here? I made these 3 constants: const DBL 12-pack cost, DBL 5-pack cost, and DBL 2-pack cost. They're all doubles. Those are the prices. All right. And then calculating the cost, I made another double. called DBL total ordered cost, which is equal to how many 12 packs you ordered times the cost of the 12 packs, plus how many 5 packs you ordered times the cost of the 5 packs, plus how many 2 packs you ordered plus the cost of the 2 packs. All right, and that is being stored in here. And then we need to take that value and show it in the totals box. So txt total cost dot text is equal to DBL total order cost to string. So save that, run it. On one of these. Okay, so I just hit 1 and hit enter, and it didn't do anything. So let's fix that first before we go too far. Remember, on the form, we want to set the accept button to calculate. And while we're there, we're going to hit the cancel button to exit. All right, do that again. Okay, so we ordered 12 and it cost you $14.99. I could order 12 this way, right? 2 5-packs and 1 2-pack, and it costs you $16.48. If I order just 1 2-pack, look at that as a cost, 2.5. That's not really a cost, right? We would want it to say 2.50. So if we review the book here, it says the total sales amount should be displayed with a comma if necessary, $sign in 2 decimal places. And if we recall, toString can take a formatting argument with it. So I'm going to hit F1 on that. It launched this. Make sure we're in VB. toString will take a format provider. And if we click here on this standard numeric format strings, we will see that C gives us currency. So I don't know if it's going to put a comma in there, but we're going to try that. So toString currency with 2 decimal places. Now if I want 1 2-pack, it gives me $2.50. Now, it's going to put a comma in there. It does. Excellent. All right, so 99 12-packs plus 1 2-pack is 1,000, $486.51. Okay, so just to refresh how I got here, when I was on toString, I hit F1 to bring up the help. I know that toString takes a formatting provider. When I look through here, I saw this note about standard numeric format strings. There's all this formatting type and everything, okay? But just, we found this link that tells us, the different types that we can send through there. Okay. So I think we're pretty happy with that. We just need to code each text box, text change, and enter event procedures. And we had done this in 3.8. So I'm going to click on this, go to the event procedure. On text change, I'm going to say clear totals. That gives me some procedure called clear totals that currently is handling when the 12-pack text is changed. And this is going to take, so this would have to go 2 different ways. One would be if you're using text boxes like I am, txt total.text is empty, and txt total cost. I think I can also do .clear. There's another way to do that. All right. If you're using labels, right, you have LBL total. Just set the visible to false. All right. I'm not using labels, so that's not going to work for me. But if you're using labels, just make them hidden. If you're using text boxes, empty it out. And let's make sure this works. Yep, they both worked. So 2 different ways to do the same thing. Equals nothing or clear. So that handles that clear totals sub-procedure will clear these totals. And right now it's being triggered when the text changes in 12-pack. Well, I can do the same thing with 5-pack. When the text changes, I can say clear totals. And on 2-pack, when the text changes, I can say clear totals. All right, and if I look at my code now, this clear totals is going to run when 12-pack is changed, or when 5-pack is changed, or when 2-pack is changed. Okay, finally I need to, when you enter this, I'm going to say select all 12 pack. I'm going to name that the function for entering 12 pack. I'm going to say txt 12 pack dot select all. And I'm going to do a similar thing for 5 pack. When you enter that, select all 5 pack. And not 2 pack. So that's what this bit was here. So I'm just going to move that comment up here so it fits in the right spot. So now I do 1, 2, 3, hit enter. As I tab through, when I go into spot 1, that stuff selected. Okay. I'm pretty happy with this. Let me just check over it one more time. So this was all setting up all this stuff. Actually, all this stuff was just, I did quietly and quickly. Displays total number and price. I think I did that right. I used constants and variables. 3 option statements. I did that. The total sales amount has a comma, $, 2 decimal places, and these things. So that was all of the Chopkins Toys application.